Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back to iAllegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because affordability is a hoax. It's an absolute joke. And there's so much to cover in this video. Like and subscribe to this channel, please. And also, one thing that we have here in Southern California that's very nice is we have a lot of different things to do around the holidays. Every holiday, it seems like there's something to do. But with Christmas, it seems that people go over the top. And there is something called the boat parade in Newport Beach that's very cool. And people decorate the boats and people line up and go to restaurants and things like that. And I found a really cool park that I like to sit at and watch the boat parade go by. But they had a drone show this year, and I'm going to start this off by showing you the drone show. This is crazy, guys, how elaborate this was. But the drones came in and formed different uh, Christmas figures, and it was just really nice. But let's get right into it. Food prices are up all over the place, and it's going to be the most expensive Christmas. We've heard this, this is a less expensive Thanksgiving for who? For who? Tell me who's paying less this year than they did last year. And the biggest problem is when you look at affordability and you look at affordability of food, people are staying away from the name brands. They're staying away from, uh, anything that is organic, usually costs more, natural, things like that. People are settling for less, which is less food. And when you talk to anybody that deals with uh, health and eating properly, they tell you that the better products are healthier for you, and they have less preservatives and less things that cause us harm. And I believe that. And my late girlfriend really believed in the natural eating. And if you talk to certain people, you're supposed to stay away from everything that's chemical. We're supposed to stay away from that. But you cannot get away from the fact that people's food choices are completely changing, and we're seeing this over and over again. You know, the inflation data that we're getting, being told that inflation hit 2.6%, does that affect you? Do you feel good about that? Who's going out to dinner right now? It's funny. My son is a waiter at two high-end restaurants in the Boston area, and he was sitting there telling me how they have 800 covers. They have 800 people scheduled for Christmas Eve. So somebody's going out to dinner. Somebody's going to spend a lot of money. Now, maybe this is the one thing they do that time of the year. New Year's Eve is packed, and it's crazy, absolutely crazy. People are going to spend a lot of money to get those steaks and seafood and things like that. And look, it's Dan in the background. I know him. Anyways, it's kind of interesting. One thing that I always get a kick out of is these different things that they're doing at restaurants to try to save money and make it more affordable. Olive Garden is doing something that I think they're getting lambasted for right now because of the fact that uh, they're taking their regular dishes that are basically $18 to $25, and they're going to have a less expensive version of everything. Okay, so you can get a pasta bowl for $13 to $15. That'll be half the size. Who wants that? Oh, this is going to be amazing. Sometimes people don't want the never-ending pasta bowl, so it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. And I just don't think it's working. I just don't think it's good. So, what do you think about that? Will you try Olive Garden? Will you go and have the less expensive meal? I don't think people are going to do it. So, you know, the thing that really bothers me and makes me sad is hearing about food insecurity. And Fran Glover, who runs Joseph Dream House, which is um, it's a food portal where people can get food when they're in need. And the problem with it is that it's just getting worse and worse and worse right now. And she has more veterans, she has more people on this, and it's disturbing to say the least. But according to Pew Research, hey, we're all feeling it, but we're supposed to feel good about this. I don't know who does. You know, rent around the country, Florida, they're seeing a larger percentage of your money going towards rent. So my favorite thing was people saying rents are going down in our areas. Well, if you're not making the money percentage-wise, to have your rent under 30%. It should be under 28%. If you're not doing this, then you are, upside down generally. Seeing a lot of problems with banking. Banking fees right now are going through the roof, and everybody's not making money. So what can we do to charge you more right now? The city of Brea, California, which is about 15, 20 minutes from me, they have just instigated a new program for recycling. And for everybody that doesn't do this properly, we're going to fine you $50. Now, I don't know if I told the story or not, but I, had a trash can, and I get a note on my trash can, hey, leave your trash cans 3 feet apart or we won't pick them up. I'm like, well, they got so much, space in front of my house. I can't do that. So, I called about that. Oh, well, the driver just found, your house to be, a lot of cars out there. I said, I can't help it. It parks in front of my house, and trash cans were there. There's nothing I can do about that. Then the next thing was, I got notice that somebody had put carpet, somebody had put rugs in my recycling bin. And I'm like, I didn't do that. Oh, yeah, I saw that guy moving out and he was going trash can to trash can. So some guy moves out down the street and was filling, trash cans with his stuff. And it was way down the street, but he wasn't anywhere near me. So I didn't think much about it. Well, they were telling me that they're going to send out an inspector out if I don't, if I ever do this again. And I'm like, I called them. I said, you guys are insane. I can't control when I put my trash cans out the night before what time, at that time, who puts what in my trash can. How about this? They film the trash cans now. When it dumps, they film that, which is insane, guys. It's lunacy. Well, if you put the wrong thing in the wrong bin, from now on in the city of Brea, California, it's $50 fine for every time you do that. And I'm like, wait a second. No. This is insane, guys. This gets to be ridiculous, and it gets to be something that you guys are clearly doing this just to mess with us. And I'm sorry. They wrote me up and wanted to come out and send the state inspector out, and I said, good, I'll have my, lawyer girlfriend here waiting for you guys to deny access to the house. But it was ridiculous. And I told them that. They said, well, we have videotape of your trash, and we want to let you know that if you don't follow the rules, we're going to fine you. And I laughed. Okay. And she brought up all these great points that she would subpoena the cameras and the video of everybody else. And she had me, she was like, I know you're going to hate me doing this, but you've got to go see people doing illegal stuff. Just walk down the street, don't open anybody's trash cans. But I had to film that stuff. Is that ridiculous? So I took pictures and video, and I could show you video of people having carpet, rugs, and crap, and things that they're not supposed to have in their recycle bins, but that's what they want to do to people, which is absolute lunacy. So do you guys have restrictive things like that in your area? For the longest time, for what, 2 years now? 2 years they had the car out here. They craned it in, and this year they don't have it. So it's not Lando's car. Who knows whose car this is? Okay? Share your thoughts on that. Now, one thing I get a kick out of that you guys always send me are the different laws that get passed around the country. Here in California, got a few. And first one is the plastic bag ban. So you can't use plastic bags at grocery stores as of January 2026. So they're going to all be paper bags. Ridiculous. We have to pay for our bags here. I don't know if they offer you free bags in your state, but we have to pay for our bags. I was at Chick-fil-A this week, and there was a delivery driver picking up 2 orders, and he took pictures inside the Chick-fil-A, took pictures of the bags, and I'm like, hey, how you doing? He goes, oh, these guys are terrible. They say that we don't deliver the food, so I take a picture at the restaurant, I take a picture when I drop it off, and send that immediately to the company so that the people can't say that they didn't get it. But now there's a new law that if you order food and you don't get it, they have to give you an immediate refund, which is going to create the chaos of degenerates saying that they never got the food and they want their money back. Overdraft fees cannot be more than $14 here in California if you're at a credit union, so they can't charge you excessive fees. And again, this is going to be something you're going to see around the country. Plus, here's a great story. There's a bank that was back east that somebody sent me, and I love this one because it was uh, Old National Bank, and they're accusing Bell Bank of pilfering employees. 8 people quit in early December, and all quit in the same day in management and went down the street from Old National Bank to Bell Bank. And now they're saying, "Oh, you guys pilfered us." So it's interesting because in a corporate situation, is this bad? Hey, listen, John's leaving. Wherever John goes, I'm going. But 8 people left one bank, so they're saying that they stole, trade secrets and all this stuff from Old National Bank, which that I got a kick out of. So, let me know what you think about that. And have you ever been in a situation where, like, you were accused of trade secrets or anything like that? Uh, I've had to sue people that took things and stole things and customer lists and things like that. So you have to protect the company, but you're working at a bank and working at management. Maybe everybody was unhappy. Vehicle sales will allow every single used car, to be able to be sent back. Now, the company can charge you a processing fee to return the car, but you're going to have a period of time for 3 days that you can return a car no matter where you buy it. Home improvement contracts are going to allow people to cancel via email and voicemail, which is funny, and text message. So, parking tickets. How about this one? I love this one because, hey, listen, I can't afford the parking ticket. You've got to get rid of it. So every city in California is going to have the ability that they're going to let people get out of the parking tickets. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Self-storage fees, they have to give people notice if they're going to raise the fees. I did that video last month about getting rid of my storage unit, and it was fantastic. But the guy told me, "Wow, man, they're raising the rates so much in January. You're so lucky to get out of here." So it's criminality. You know, Care Act, cat decline bans the practice of declining cats. Now I'm going to finish this video with one last thing, and this is from Saxo Bank. And this year, I got to be honest with you, it's like, okay, they used to make wild predictions. I mean, wild. You know, we're going to elect a goat as governor of our state of Alabama. Stuff like that, crazy stuff. Anyways, few of the predictions. There's going to be a quantum Q day where a quantum computer is going to break encryption on Bitcoin, and it's going to collapse Bitcoin. That's one of the predictions. Taylor Swift and Mrs. Swift, Travis Kelce, are going to have such a huge wedding that it's going to improve the economy and and be an economic boom. Here's one that's funny. The 2026 midterms are going to go smoothly. Come on, just repeat that one. Obesity drugs become universal where everybody's going to take them. In hell, I will never take that stuff. I'm telling you, drugs that are designed for one thing and everybody taking them for another reason. Talk to any physician about the risks. And you know what we don't know that yet. It hasn't been proven yet. I'm telling you guys from my limited medical knowledge, and that's being a marketer and selling stuff in that space. Be very careful when you take this stuff. Be very, very careful. SpaceX is going to supercharge a new extraterrestrial AI boom. This will be good. And Forbes is going to, a Fortune 500 company is going to appoint an AI robot as their CEO. Probably be better off. But I will leave the link below for this, and you can decide what crazy predictions you think. happen and if they're real or not. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to this channel. I hope you enjoyed this. And onward and upward, guys. Make good choices and share your thoughts on all this stuff. Let me know what you think. Let me know, what you're seeing out there. Shopping, I'm telling you, first of all the stuff you guys have sent me, all the calendars, all the gifts, everything. I love all this stuff, and I'm going to thank you guys appropriately in the future. But thank you so much, one and all, for all the cool stuff you've sent out. It's truly appreciated. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. See you guys very soon.